Hello everybody! Today I want to show you how to split large point clouds to load them into Revit. We see some support cases in the Autodesk database like this. Poor performance when working with point cloud data. One of the effective hints is to split it into smaller parts. I want to show you how to do this. At the end of this video, I will show you an option to avoid the split and working smoothly with the entire cloud in Revit. Here I've loaded a huge point cloud into ReCap. It is a 46 billion point cloud. Even here, in ReCap, it is really slow. I zoom in. It takes a while. Of course, you can split the point cloud here in ReCap, but I will show it on a smaller example. The basic idea is to decompose the point cloud into a regular three-dimensional grid. We start with the definition of the horizontal layers. I will start with my favorite project, a plant in Rotterdam. The first thing to do is to create layers. I use the window command and split the whole point cloud into two parts. If you want to have more layers, that's possible. I add a new region and call it Layer 1. I create another layer with some overlap, so we will have some overlap in the resulting point clouds as well. Here I can turn the layers on and off. I would start with layer 2 because we have more points here, so it gives us a good overview of the whole scene. So I turn off layer 1 and have only layer 2 visible. Top view. Now I place some markers to create a kind of grid to create columns and rows. I use the note tool and click somewhere in the point cloud. I want to create 9 squares. So maybe here, I name it 1, 1. That's like a coordinate. Another one, maybe here, row 1 and column 2. And maybe row 2 here. You can see the pattern that defines a grid. Now I create windows. It starts from the outside and ends somewhere here. Create a region. We are on layer 2, so I start with 2, then 1, 1. Another window with some overlap. Layer 2, row 1, and column 2. I will skip the process for the last row. It would follow the same pattern. Now I turn off all boxes and layer 2. I turn on layer 1. I do the same for layer 1. Okay, let's see what we have here. We now have 6 boxes on layer 2. The last step is to export the cubes. Now I can load the point clouds into Revit. For this, I want to check the large coordinates. So I copy this file, then I rename it to zip. Now I can open this file and see the coordinates of the translation. These are the large coordinates of the point cloud. I go to Revit, specify coordinates at point, and select the survey symbol. Everything in this dialog must be 0 at the beginning. And now I copy this data. Now I can insert the point clouds with method by shared coordinates. But let's go back to our first very large point cloud. You can really load it directly without splitting it in Revit by using our plugin Qbitec for Revit. Here we have the ribbon, Insert Point Cloud. It really has 46 billion points. I insert it. You can zoom in and out as you like. You can have an X-ray view of the data to see the underlying structure, or you can jump to any position that you're interested in. And then we see it directly from that point of view. That's it for today. Thank you very much.